What's up, you guys? So I totally forgot to film an intro to this video before the snow show started, so I'm doing it after the fact, but you'll get it right now. So it is snow show weekend. I'm here in Boise. I live in Boise, so I'm here at home. I work at a local dealer called Dennis Dillon Power Sports, so I'm going to be working with them and also Skidoo. Of course, I'm going to be jumping around to say hi to the guys at Outerwear and Deviant Inc. because you already know. But it should be a good time and get to talk to some cool people. We'll do a few more interviews. And then after this, we're jumping straight into snow season. I need to break in this new turbo before the good snow gets here. All right, guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, I just finished working at my store and the snow show opens in half an hour. So I'm gonna run down to the Idaho Center now and help everybody get opened up. I'll see you guys there.
Just right. Oh, it's live? Perfect.
Oh, tell us something we don't know about you. What's a fun fact about Jack Simons?
Let's see. I was born in Florida and grew up in Maine.
Ooh,
yeah,
right.
Not a lot of people think about that.
You're a Flatlander.
No, we got hills. It's illegal to ride on them. That's why I stayed in Idaho.
Tell us a fun fact about DJ.
I used to be a software engineer. Oh yeah.
How long did you do that?
Most of my life, actually.
So what made you go from software engineering to...
I don't like sitting behind a desk and being lazy. I gained a lot of weight. I weighed probably 50 more pounds than what I currently weigh. And something's way more fun and life is better in the mountains.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'll attest to that. What's up, guys? I'm here with Brett Rasmussen. Brett, tell us what got you into guiding to start with.
Guiding. Well, it was just kind of a natural thing. I owned a dealership for 20-some years. Actually, 2 dealerships at one point in time. And when I sold the dealerships, Arctic Cat contracted with me to do demo rides. But I traveled all over the western United States doing that for a few years. And then Arctic kind of pulled the plug on the demo program, and I was like, well, I'm just going to keep doing it.
Right.
And people can pay me instead of Arctic Cat paying me. And we actually do rider skills training. That's our main product. I formed the company in 2008.
2008?
Yes.
Nice.
So it's a relatively young company, but it came after I sold the dealerships.
Okay.
I switched to Skidoo in model year 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the switch between Arctic Cat and Skidoo then? Was it the actual sleds, or did it have to do with?
Had everything to do with the product. Cat had a fantastic mountain sled, the M Series.
I mean, they make great motors. Nothing against Arctic Cat, but.
And so in 2012 they released a new sled, the Pro Climb, and it wasn't conducive to the method of riding that we teach. And so I went seeking for another manufacturer. The Skidoo came into the picture. The mountain sled program at Skidoo is phenomenal. And this is the result of quite a few years of work.
Yeah, I just picked up my 23 Skidoo, so I'm excited to switch over and start riding it. But yeah, I hear nothing but good things about Ride Rasmussen's style, and hopefully we'll make something work out and see you this season.
Let's go ride.
Yeah, let's go ride. What's up, guys? I'm here at Deviant Inc. at the Boise Snowmobile Show. Just launched our new holographic wrap. Super excited for cool options here. We have the gloss chrome, matte chrome. We have our glitter overlays, which we've talked about before. We also have matte and gloss holographic. So all the wraps that you know and love, we can now add all these overlays into. Just super exciting. I've always been a fan of matte wraps, but I think I might switch to something a little bit different this season. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
What are we doing here again?
What are we doing?
What are these things that goes down. Donate, don't fall down.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Lisa Grandin. I pronounced your last name right, didn't I?
Grandine.
Grandine. Okay, so I failed.
Nobody
It's
says it
fine.
right.
So anyways, I'm here with Lisa Grandin at Skidoo. What got you into snowmobiling?
Oh, I had a little Skidoo 440 when I was a kid, and my dad had towed me around on a little like kid sled with it.
Okay.
So I love that. And then I didn't really have any until in high school. My brother and I rode a little bit. And then I got into it again in 2007 and got a Skidoo 600 Summit. Was hooked from there. Like, it's a totally different thing than, you know, riding around on the trails. So once I could get off in the powder and get up in the backcountry, changed my entire world.
Who was your biggest influence getting into riding?
That's a hard one. I mean, I would say, like, at first it was just my friends and the people that would take me, riding. I honestly always followed the Skidoo team.
So you've always been a fan of Skidoo then?
Yeah, I've had like 7 of them probably.
Oh snap!
Well, like I've always watched Rasmussen and watched his videos and watched Tony ride.
Yeah.
Watched Ashley, of course, back in the films like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Ashley actually taught me how to do my first re-entry.
Oh my
So shout out to Ashley.
I mean, she kind of set the bar for women in like professional sledding. Got us in the scene a little bit to where people were paying attention.
That's a huge thing, and that's kind of why I wanted to sit down with you today. Is, you know, women riders, like, what do you think's coming next? Like, what's the next big thing?
I think that they can start pushing it in every aspect. Like, there'll probably be more women racers, more snowcross, more hill climbers. That's obviously becoming a bigger thing. There's a whole women's series in Rimshaw. Obviously, there's some women now doing backflips and hitting, like, doing freestyle.
Crazy.
So I think that's going to get bigger. I mean, you know, like having Ella Snall and women like that, I hope I pronounced her name right. There's younger women coming up that are, you know, even like 10, 15 that are getting into riding as kids are seeing a totally different side of what they can do with snowmobiles. So sky's the limit. I mean, I think there's going to be whole women riding teams.
And it's just awesome to see more women get into the sport, regardless of what it is. So
I think it's getting easier for women to get into the sport without a boyfriend or a husband to do it for them.
And that too, exactly.
You know, I think that's getting more acceptable, and there's so many events now and ladies' rides and clinics and so much going on that it's easier. You could go pick up a sled without a single friend that does it and figure it out.
Right.
My first 07 Skidoo 600 SDI, fuel injected, like pretty high tech for that time.
Right.
I got frustrated because I didn't know how it worked. I didn't understand how a motor really worked. So I got a shop manual and I tore my sled apart. Like, just for fun.
You're just like, here's the manual, I'm gonna learn how to do this, I'm gonna tear it apart, pull by bolt.
Literally took the entire sled apart and put it back together. I was like, okay, I get it now, I feel better riding.
You just go out and do it yourself. And that's awesome.
Being in the backcountry, you kind of need to have a little bit of self-reliance.
You do. I mean, there's a worst case scenario, emergency situation, you need to at least know the basics.
Yeah, you don't always have somebody to do it for you, or maybe that person doesn't know how to do it for you. Why don't you know?
Right,
you know?
or maybe that's the person that got injured in the backcountry, so you have to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you riding this season? That's my last question.
This season, I just picked it up last week. I have a Gen 5 Skidoo 850 Turbo Expert in a 165.
Ooh,
in the green and silver, which is amazing.
Nice.
So I'm really excited.
The Expert Turbo 154 in all black.
It was like I was almost going with that. I was so torn.
Yeah.
I want to have both. Next year I'm going to have one of each because I love the playfulness of the 154. That turbo is insane on that sled.
Is it?
Oh my god.
I haven't rode it yet.
You just ride the back 6 inches at all times, basically.
Alright, so I'm in trouble. It's fine.
I'll have one next year for sure.
There you go.
165 is like safe sled.
Let's get a 154. It'll be fine.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
It'll be
just
fun.
learn to wheelie everywhere. Just like use your butt to twitch, like move it around.
Yeah, exactly. Just Well, thanks, Lisa. I appreciate your time today.
I don't even know what you guys talk about. It's like this black abyss of female talking over here. Fill the voids with words.
Hit it again. Alright guys, well that's a wrap for the 2022 Snow Show season. Thanks for sticking around for this video. I know it was a little bit longer than the last one, but I appreciate everybody that took the time to talk to me. Brett, Lisa, DJ, Jack, you guys are awesome. So I am excited to get into some riding. We're getting hammered this week with snow, so I'm hoping to make it up on Sunday and go get some riding in. So maybe I will get a little bit of footage of breaking this new turbo in. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.